Paul, what did you make of the win against Carlisle in midweek?
It was a good win. Great win. Obviously, a little nervy end to the game. It should never have been a nervy end. Bit disappointed with the last 10 minutes where we just dropped deeper, and never in trouble. Never ever in trouble. Jamie's made a mistake with a pass, which can happen, which is football, and it's obviously led us to be a little bit nervy in a game clearly where, especially after scoring the first goal and then the second, there was no need for that. It would have been nice to press on and look to get more goals. But unfortunately, probably the changes on the night probably never give us the impetus that we probably hoped for. We more have a mindset of keeping what we've got. And that's not really the mindset we wanted. We wanted to go on and maybe score a goal or two more. That took the game clearly away from Carlisle. But you have to respect the opposition. You have to respect our players. They're not. Everyone's not goes on and, can't just do everything the manager wants and stuff like that. So winning any game of football is tough at any level now, because there's so much good coaching, so many analysts about. There's no secrets in the game no more. We line up with Tranmere tomorrow and Tranmere will know what we're trying to do and we know what they're trying to do, and good luck to both teams. So on the back of the Barrow trip and the game, to get another 3 points was really important. Giving our supporters real hope and belief, which is what this squad should have given them. Over this season, we were certainly strong enough to compete at the top end of the table. But also, retrospectively, you've got to respect the injuries we've been through, which has probably hampered our challenges maybe a little bit more than most, But that's just by the by. That's football. We get on with it. Tomorrow, we've got McFadden back in the squad for the first time. And obviously on Tuesday, we'll have Harvey back in the squad, which is great news for us, because we've been operating, as you know, probably with no defenders really, down to 3, and no real subs to come on. So there's reinforcements coming back. Certainly with the game tomorrow, got to manage Griggy, got to manage John Fleck, with the 3 game weeks and going into Gillingham Tuesday. So it's a really big team selection tomorrow. But the biggest thing, we know we're going into a real hostile ground. It's a really good place to play football, Brenton Park. When the Tranmere fans get behind Tranmere, it can be really a voice shift for the stadium, and it can be a formidable challenge, Tranmere. And, I was at the game on Friday against Cheltenham, and I always watch them for afar. They're a club that I obviously enjoy and I like, and I want them to do well. And we're going into a really difficult game of football tomorrow because Tranmere, I guarantee you, will be absolutely bang up for the match.
Yeah, they're fighting for their lives down at the bottom, aren't they? You're expecting a tricky test?
He's done a good job since he's gone in, Andy. He's obviously aware with the staff, the Nigel staff. They're aware of the season, they're aware of all the highs and lows that they've had. They know the squad, they know the players. And the players look like they've responded in a good, positive way. Certainly on the Friday night when I watched them, they were the better team. They deserved to win. They were good. They had a good structure. They had what I call square pegs in square holes. They had threats on the pitch and they looked a good side. So I'm sure Andy will be a bit disappointed with Tuesday night. Obviously, Morecambe winning's probably put a little bit more spice for them on that. But we've got our own agenda and they've got theirs, and I'm sure it'll be a really good game of football for all the fans who go.
Are you expecting to have to earn the right to play, given where they are in the table? Obviously, from managing in this league for the first time for a few years, there's no easy games. Fans now will look at fixtures and, if you go and look at Barrow's home record, for example, you look at any team, Cheltenham have had a fantastic season. Tranmere now are getting a bit of momentum up and winning games of football that probably maybe they might have had to win maybe before where they are now, and they might have expected to do that. Morecambe away, it took us 70 minutes to earn the right at Morecambe. We were in trouble at Morecambe away. Morecambe were the better side for a long period. So, you can go through all the games, and I just think Andy's done really well. He's got a galvanised group. He's got them well organised and he's got them bang at it. And them qualities will take you forward as a football club. You watch some of the teams around who are in trouble. They don't have them qualities. And them qualities are probably the easiest to give. But sometimes they can be the hardest to achieve. Given the injury situation that you've just spoken about, do you think you're having
A good season then?
Oh, what a question that is, Liam. Jesus Christ, are we having a good season? If you told me over Christmas, I'd have said no. And if you told me on that 4-game run about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I'd have said no. If you then look at like some of the results we've had, beating Doncaster twice, you know, some of the big performances we've had, and, you know, the run latterly, it's probably been a season epitomised where we're happy today. And we know tomorrow's a different day, don't we? So we'll do our best to enjoy our happiness. It's one of the things I like at football clubs. I enjoy good atmospheres, and I enjoy vibrancy, and I enjoy players transmitting that onto the pitch. You know, so we've got so much to play for. We know the games are sort of whittling away. We know we're playing catch-up. We're aware of everything, the rewards and the consequences. And we'll go to Tranmere tomorrow to do our best to win a game of football. That's all we can tell our fans. So the answer to your question, Liam, I don't know.
Good answer, good answer. Have you got a number of wins in mind that you think might get you in the playoffs?
Liam, we haven't. As you can imagine, Liam, I think we're on a really good run at the minute. So if you go back 6 games, we didn't have a chance of getting in the playoffs, Liam. Let's have it right. You know, and as eggs are eggs, any type of hiccup will set us back. But we'll pick ourselves up off the floor like I always try to get my teams to do, and we'll go again. So I don't look at numbers. I don't look at anything. I think your league position's important. Because if I'm in the top 3 today, I'm in a good position. If I'm in the top 7, I'm probably in a good position, but a position I might like to be higher with. And if you're outside the top 7, you're not in a very good position at all. So let's see what tomorrow brings, and Tuesday and the Saturday, and let's try our fans. And I know our fans are. They're enjoying it. You know, our attendances are brilliant. Our support is absolutely unbelievable. You know, away from home at Barrow last week, to travel that far when your team has a very small percentage of stuff to play for, to endure a game of football that wasn't great. It was absolutely freezing. And that's what true support's about. It's them days. We could have easily come away from there getting beat 1-0. Easily come away. And you'd probably been on that trip home thinking, why do I put myself through this? And the money it costs to go to football matches, the money it costs people to live now. And what we will always be, myself being the forefront of that, is very appreciative of what people go through to follow us. And we really do appreciate our support.
Yeah, and just on that note, obviously you brought in Michael Jacobs. He had to be patient, hasn't he? But it sounds like he's been the ultimate professional in the background.
Michael, I could never ever speak highly enough of Michael Jacobs. I think sometimes when you have pros and players, Michael was in the team at Exeter away. He come out for 12 weeks like most of them have this year. You know, so his season has been stop-start all season. But he trains properly. He lives his life properly. He's an absolute great lad, a really good character, a solid citizen. And we know with this 7-8 games to go, if we play any big game, Michael will go into that game and he'll be calm, he'll play well, and he's just a good footballer. So we're lucky to have him. I think even the problem tomorrow now, we're going into games where, believe it or not, we have too many players. It's quite a unique situation. And it's a situation I don't enjoy, Liam. You know, because tomorrow I'm going to have to leave 2 or 3 lads out that I don't want to leave out. And in football today, confidence and that psychology of the game is so important, because if you get left out, you naturally feel that you've done something wrong, or you're not wanted, or all them emotions that brings. But with us, and I'm sure you'll see, we might have someone who doesn't travel tomorrow who plays on Tuesday. That's how much confidence I have in my squad and my players, and I believe in them all. So let's go to Tranmere tomorrow. I know we'll take good support. It's a great day. And let's try and get that win that'll see us in a good place, and let's enjoy the day.
How nice was it to see John Fleck back in midweek as well?
Probably didn't enjoy it, Liam, if I be honest with you. If I be brutally honest with you, I didn't enjoy it because we're in March going into April soon and stuff like that. And we all know how good a football. I've been on the wrong end of John Fleck performances, Liam, too many times. And John just played like we knew he can. Let's have it right. We knew he can. He was absolutely exceptional. I think the pleasing thing for John, he's trained for probably 6 weeks now. Whereas previously, we were training him for 3-4 days and trying to put him in. And we kept getting setback after setback. John's trained for a really good period now. He's in a great place. He's an absolute diamond of a lad. great professional, had a great career. And I think it was probably tinged with a bit of sadness for me, really, when I watched him. You know, because it was our 38th, 39th game of the season. And that's probably what we've missed for long spells of the season, just pure class and quality. So long may it continue. I've got to look after him a little bit with the schedule, but I think our fans have seen a glimpse of what we all hope to see a lot more of on the running.
And you mentioned Carl McFadzean then. How big a boost is that to have him around?
Massive. Again, you know, he was writ off, he'd be out for the season. And I think anyone who knows Kyle, you know the character that you're getting. He's not out for the season. He's come back ridiculously quick. Again, he's probably been on the grass training now for 2 weeks, which is great testament. We don't want to rush them back. We know what rushing players back does, and breakdowns and losing people. Now you've lost them. We've got to prepare for the season like we're going up. Like if it's not automatic, which we can still do, we're going to go to Wembley. And we've got to make sure we manage all our players with that belief.
Spoken about the contract situation a lot in recent weeks. Are these players really giving you some food for thought then, going, you know, in these few games?
I don't think we've got a player at our club, Liam, that any of our supporters dislike. I think whether you're John Fleck at your stage of your career, Jamie Grimes, Ash Palmer, Lewis, whoever you want to speak about, Ryan Colclough, we'll all have our favourites. But we've got a squad of players now that, in general, have done ever so well for this football club. You look at Michael's performance on Tuesday night, and again, it's took Michael's being in with us for probably 6 weeks now. And sometimes you're managing these players to grow into the community, grow into the club, training methods. So we're going to have a difficult summer, us, because we probably might say goodbye to 1 or 2 players that we really like. We obviously want to keep the best of what we've got. But I think as a club, I think what we all should do is embrace this season. It's our first season back in the league, and let's give it our best shot. There's plenty of time for everything else after that. I'm a very loyal manager, as you know. I love my players. I really get close to them. So to let anyone go, it's like when we let Quigley and King go. They weren't good days for me, because the lads I actually love. I love being around them. I love watching them train. So when you let these players go, it hurts. But they've all done great for me. They've done great for this football club. And when that day comes, I'm sure it'll be done properly with respect. And we'll all move on then to the future of our club.